Hey, today we're going to be talking about what's the best RV for each type of need you have. So this depends on if you have kids, how many do you have, if you're going to national campgrounds, are you only going to privately owned campgrounds? I'll explain each of these choices and why you need a specific type of RV for each type. So if you're going into national park campgrounds, then I would limit your RV length to 26 feet of living space. Any longer and it's too hard to pull into the spots. By the way, almost all RV names go off of living space. For example, my KZ181BH is an 18 foot of living space, and the BH stands for bunkhouse. So if you look for those letters and numbers, you'll understand what sizes they are. And if you're going boondocking on any of these RVs, they're pretty much all good. You just have to add additional batteries to them. That's the main thing. It depends on how much water you need. Like mine has a 20-gallon water tank. I'm going to add a 30-gallon water tank to it. It's underneath the bunkhouse, so it's really easy to access. So most of these you can change them or upgrade them for boondocking. Generally, you just need more batteries. Like I added a lithium 180 amp hour battery pack to mine, and that made 2-3 days in the wintertime for boondocking because the fan's got to be constantly going for the heater. And for the summertime, you can get 5-6 days out of it. Even with the solar, I only have a couple hundred watts on the roof, but that pretty much handles it for a good week of boondocking in the summertime. If you're only going into privately owned campgrounds, then the sky's the limit. Those campgrounds, they pretty much fit everything. You don't have an issue with the size there. So if you have 2 kids, I would suggest this one. This is the one I bought for myself. This meets the need for having, wife and 2 kids. Even 3 kids you can have in here. It's roomy enough. You're not going to be crammed when it does rain. For off-roading, which I do off-roading with my Toyota Tacoma. This one I can tow with a Toyota Tacoma, or if you had a Jeep Gladiator, Ford Ranger, or a Chevy Colorado, you could tow this because it only weighs 3,000 pounds. That's the reason why I got this one. I can actually still use my truck for off-roading and still enjoy family time. So here's the back view of it. This is the only one I found that had a slide out that was 3,000 pounds. So that's a really tough thing. Like I said, this is the only one I found that had a slide out. And you don't need a slide out, but it's nice to have because when I wanted seating that can fit all 4 of us around this table and not be crammed in here, this is the only one I found that could actually do that. And it has the bunks in the back. The way it's got a queen in the front, bunks in the back. We can still all sit around the table and it's comfortable. And here's a 3D view of it. So here's the queen bed in the back. It's got air conditioner. You can see the seating over here is plenty large enough for a family of 4. You could probably squeeze 3 across, so 5 was tight. Cabinets on the bottom, cabinets above, microwave, the standard RV stuff. It doesn't have a small fridge. It has the big refrigerator and freezer, which I liked. The bunks for the kids, and then a bathroom in the back. So shower and toilet. So it had all the needs that I needed. Now if you have more than 4 kids or you want some more room and you're not going off-roading with your tow vehicle, I would suggest something like this. This one has a giant sleeper in the back, and I'll show you the floor plan. So it's got the queen in the front, nice seating, roomy, and the bunks in the back. And I'll show you the bunks in the back. And here's the 3D view of that camper. Like I said, it's got a queen bed in the front, so it's nice and roomy. It's got its own room, so you can keep yourself away from the kids. Here's your slide out with the chairs, and kids can sit around the table here while you're watching TV. I know TV and outdoors doesn't really combine, but sometimes you got to keep the kids busy. Got a good size refrigerator. Like I said, it's roomy here, but this is the sales pitch of this one. Look at the sleeping area. You got a bunk that goes across, if you had to have room for that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 for sure in here. And then if you had to, you could put 5, 6 kids in here. So you could fit a lot of people in here. Nice and roomy. So that's the reason why I would do this one. Now, if you're going off-roading, this would be the one I would get. And this is just showing you how quick it is to set up. So you know how it is when you're overlanding and you're setting up your tent. It takes a lot of time. This thing gives you everything you need. Running water. I mean, you don't need it, but gives you running water, toilet, all the, nice bed you can sleep on without breaking your back, and nice amenities. And watch the speed it takes to set up and put down.
Unlatch your handle here. Unlatch your handle here.
I'm clamping.
Bring this down. Then you're gonna do the same on this side.
Pull it down. Boom.
Then you're gonna take the door, hold it like this, walk it over your head.
Lights that down.
Set that there.
Super easy.
Shut your door. Give it a little tug on this.
And then they just clamp that down. There's 2 clamps that tie that down. It's like 30 seconds. That is, for overlanding, that is a dream. It's high, and because these are straight axles in the rear, you can pay a few $100s extra to get the shackle flip and get this thing even 5 inches higher. So you could even jack it up higher, put bigger tires on it if you need the bigger tires. For I've seen these used, like this one right here. This is 13,000. It's a 2019 model. I'm sure they'd even go down a little bit, but look at that, perfect for overlanding. They weigh. I want to say the Ranger 10 weighs 1,100 pounds dry, so there's nothing at all. You're not pulling a heavy weight behind you. And you can see like I said, shackle flip, and you can get this thing even higher. It's got the dinette and bunk, so it gives you a lot of features. Even heat. When you're overlanding, that's a dream. Refrigerator, a bed. I mean, what can you say about that? That's great. Well, that's it for this episode. Like I said, this was a video to show you options for what types of RV there are out there. There's a million types of RVs out there, but these are the ones I saw that meets a specific need. Off-roading, overlanding. If you're like me, you want to do family time and you want to off-road with your truck, and then the big family one. So these are just RVs to meet those needs. So that's the end of my episode, and like I said, if you like it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm making more videos every week. We'll talk to you later.